Welcome to Jackets TV, presented by Ohio Health. I'm Bob McElligott. A couple of weeks ago, when the Blue Jackets got eliminated from the postseason by the Pittsburgh Penguins, that was the end of the season for most of the Blue Jackets players. Oh, but not all. One guy in particular went back to his native Sweden and then played for the Swedish national team in the IIHF World Championships, where he went on to win a gold medal, winning in a championship game in a shootout over Canada. I'm talking about Blue Jackets centerman William Karlsson, who joins me right now. And Bill, first of all, congratulations. That had to be the thrill of a lifetime for you, representing your country and winning a gold medal.
Yeah, it was awesome. Winning a gold with the nation's colors, something you always dreamed about. So it was amazing.
When you left here, there was a lot of disappointment because the season came to an end. At what point did you decide, or did you get asked to play for Team Sweden after this season ended?
They called me a couple of days after we got eliminated and asked if I had energy and if I wanted to do this, and I said, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's expand the season and try to get that gold."
When the series ended against the Penguins, you had a good 5-game series against them. Did you feel like you were playing some of your best hockey at that point?
Yeah, I'd say so. Especially game four and five, I think me and my whole line played really good, and that we kind of peaked during the season there. That was our peak. So yeah, I would say so. It was we felt confident, and I think we did a good job too.
You get down to that championship game. It's against Canada. It's a huge game for both countries, and it winds up going to a shootout. What was the feeling on the bench during that shootout?
I was pretty nervous. I knew Canada had a lot of skilled guys, but I mean, we had Lundqvist in net, and we had some pretty skilled guys ourselves. So nervous, but still pretty confident that we would take it home.
You mentioned Henrik Lundqvist. You're pretty spoiled when it comes to that. I mean, you play in front of Sergei Bobrovsky all during the regular season. You go to the World Championships and you get a chance to play in front of Henrik Lundqvist. Those are two world-class, top-caliber goaltenders. How similar are those two guys?
Yeah, I mean, what to say? I mean, Bob is very athletic. I mean, how to explain them? They're so good. I mean, maybe Henrik tries to read more. If I try to pick a difference between their styles, but I mean, as you said earlier, world-class goalies, and you feel really confident being on the ice with them.
You win the gold medal. You come back to Sweden, and you come back to a great reception from your fellow countrymen. What was that whole experience like for you, just to have the whole country celebrate like they did?
I mean, it was amazing to see 10,000 people or something like that cheering us on in the middle of Stockholm. It's a pretty big deal back home, so it was great seeing all the fellow countrymen, and that whole day was just great.
So what have you been doing since then?
Well, I had fun last week. I had some fun last week, and this week I'm not doing anything, and then I'm starting to work out on Monday again.
So not a heck of a lot of downtime for you, huh? Just a little break, little fun, little relaxation, then right back to it already?
Yeah, just 2 weeks, and then I want to get started again.
Now, last year at this time, you were sitting and looking at coming back to a training camp run by John Tortorella for the first time in your career. And I know there was a lot of anticipation from a lot of guys not knowing what that was going to be like. This year, having already gone through it once and knowing what it's going to be like, how much will that help you to better prepare for what you're going to go through?
I mean, I think it's all mentally that you know what we're going to go through during this training camp, and that you're going to be prepared. I mean, it felt really good after the camp was done last year, so I'm going to work my ass off and hopefully have the same feeling after the camp this year.
You guys obviously had a fantastic season, the best in franchise history last year. Even though it was disappointing when you left here, What are your feelings about what this team is capable of doing, not just this year, but what you should be capable of doing for the next several seasons?
I mean, passing the first round is obviously a goal, and I think we really have the team to do it too. I think we played really good in the, in that series we had against Pittsburgh. I don't think 4-1 was. I don't think that was a 4-1 series. So I think we can do a lot more damage than we did last year.
Speaking of that, I've had people ask me if it's tough to watch the Stanley Cup final because the Penguins are still in there, and that's the team that eliminated you guys. I'll ask you the same thing. Have you watched much of the playoffs since you got done playing? And is it tough to watch that team that beat you having a chance to win the Stanley Cup again?
Yeah, I mean, you always think about that it should be us, but at the same time, it feels good that the guy or the team who beat us is the team in the final, so it's a good team. It just makes you hungrier, and we're gonna be even more hungry next year.
Bill, thanks very much for taking some time out of your day over in Sweden. I really appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of this week and your time off before you go back to work in the gym next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Blue Jackets centerman William Karlsson. He was a gold medal winner for Team Sweden at the World Championships just a couple of weeks ago. Thanks for watching Jackets TV, presented by IIHF. I'm Bob McElligott.